There's no place to escape to.
This is the last street.
On the left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
Very pretty. Oh. What's up, everyone? How you doing? If it's Tuesday, it's the last stream on the left. Don't adjust your TV. No, Jared Leto is not with us. That is Henry Zebrowski.
Everywhere I go in LA, since I got the hair dyed, all people do is be like, Jared? Jared?
Wow.
They come, this is my third life crisis, and I dyed my hair green because I wanted to.
Because bro. That's awesome. And now you get to be defensive about it and slightly be insecure every now and then.
No, I love it. I honestly, it's fun because at least I didn't get braces.
Yeah.
What's wrong with braces? People love braces.
The visible hard braces every day, it's hard.
That's a weird fetish on Pornhub or the X video is braces, which I did not realize was a thing.
Yeah, it's sexualizing children.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they were like very old. The people that had the braces were old.
That's what's scary.
Yes, I would assume so. Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody's doing
rabbit hole.
We're getting a lot of Why So Serious in the chat. People are already going into it. Wait, I haven't gotten my forehead damage tattoo yet.
You will.
But I will, just so that people know that I'm damaged.
I love it. It'll be like pork roast Malone. It'll be very exciting. And
you are full of it. You're just fucking full of it, man.
I've been alone. I've been alone for 72 hours. So I get one pork roast Malone joke every week. Once a week.
Once a week.
Once a week. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. Hope everyone is doing all right out there. And, God knows we've had a crazy day today. We're talking. Marcus, did you hear about this 60-foot robot, the Gundam robot?
Is someone actually making a fully functioning Gundam?
They already did, and it's taking steps.
It's barely
side stores today.
It's barely working.
Steps.
It just lifted a knee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enough.
Well, hey, that's the first step, man.
Marcus is on my side.
People saying I look better with the green hair. People say I look better with the green hair.
Great. We can't just talk about your green hair all day.
No, it looks
very nice.
It lasts for 5 minutes, the conversation, and then it moves on. But Gundam, we're not anywhere close. We talked about this very
close. So much closer.
No, it's not, because it can't fucking walk yet. I'm just saying, it's just it's just a statue right now.
It is not just a statue.
Took the first step, Henry.
Thank you, Marcus.
It's literally the first step. And I say that literally.
But I want it to be real, and I want it to be big, and I want it to fucking come for us. I want us to see what we'll do.
This is because you grew up watching or playing Sonic the Hedgehog. You related to the main nemesis, and you feel like you're going to be in control of the robot, but you're not Dr. Robotnik. You're Henry Zebrowski, who is best friends with Ben and Marcus. You think that we're going to be in control?
Who knows? I was saying this hair helps me it helps me get to know the teens, the vulnerable teens that will be chosen to pilot these robots,
right?
In order to join with them mentally, all as a sub thing because they were all rejected by the father figure, which was the head of Nerve.
That's just an Evangelion.
That's what I said.
But why wouldn't it? If we already got the robots, why wouldn't they just do the same thing?
Well, speaking of plucky teens, today's mandate, he is,
this is our plucky teen.
This is our plucky teen in his 30s, yes. But that's just an indictment out of all of our ages, despite the cool new haircut and hairstyle from Henry.
Yeah, Henry, you look like a guy who hasn't stopped talking about the Dreamcast for like this entire time.
You play NFL Blitz on Dreamcast and tell me that game doesn't hold up.
If the internet connections would have been up to date, the Dreamcast would be the console of the 21st century.
I agree.
Honestly, Virtua Cop was pretty choice.
It was choice.
I mean, it's all been downhill since Jet Set Radio, personally.
Yeah.
Yes.
But today, I think I found the perfect series of images and sounds that will help us escape the spectacle of modern existence. And so if we hit all the right notes in this correct sequence, we might be able to break out of the human zoo. And I know this all sounds like something that Henry's hair is saying.
Yeah, break out of the human zoo. This reminds me a little bit of that game Rockstar, and I can just picture Holden McNeely from what's all that show, Wizard and the Bruiser, Round Table of Gentlemen, at page 7 that he does, and I can just picture his big butt trying to get like the Metallica song like figured out, and then he was
It's not fair. They make the buttons too hard to push. So I tried to do it, and the buttons are too big. Well, we'll see, Travis. I hope that you can elevate the human conversation today, because when it comes down to it, the conversation, I think it's getting more banal each minute as it goes.
So let's, speaking of video games, this first video has some really killer graphics coming out of CNN. So let's see that.
Oh, hell yeah. Love killer graphics.
Oh, this is pretty cool.
Wow, this is pretty sweet. This is how we got Obama. Osama.
Oh, this is how
We've left Obama alone.
We're going to kill Obama this way. I'm sure at some point there's an operation that'll look similar.
Fucking Obama's watching this feed on the fucking in his house right now. I think he got a place in Poughkeepsie.
Maybe. So
he loves Jersey.
That helicopter didn't do good, though. That helicopter's...
How nice do you think Obama's Jersey house is?
Oh, I'm sure it's wonderful.
Because he loves the shore.
Osama bin Laden is literally jerking off here, because I'm pretty sure they found porno on the old TV. He was very busy jerking it. He didn't have a lot to do. This is in Pakistan.
Well, do you think he's jerking it, or do you think Osama bin Laden was one of those guys who just liked to have porn on in the room?
I think he's one of those guys that had it just to show that he was doing like research into
Okay, you guys are
Western
not
thought.
appreciating that I put poker face under this. It
Oh,
syncs
I
up
see.
perfect.
Oh, I thought that was all
Okay,
together.
now watch,
For some
now,
reason,
now
I
watch
naturally
this. Now
assumed.
watch this. Now watch this.
CD from.
Bin Laden. Your name is Bin Laden.
What happens when your family name inspires hate and fear? The consequences of Bin Laden blood.
I mean, I'd still marry her.
Yeah, that was Osama bin Laden's niece.
Oh.
Wow. Is she single? That is very beautiful.
She
I think,
is,
like
I think she's in hiding now.
she's in hiding. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't she just change her name?
Well, she did. She did. But for like 15 years, your New York Posts
Yep.
and
Well,
such.
unfortunately, she changed her name to what was then a icon in America, Cosby.
Ah, yes.
So
Yeah.
it's sad. That's always like, she's like, I want to be an American. America's dad. I
Do you
want that
think
to be
she's
my
still worth?
dad. No.
Do you think she's still worth money? Do
Gotta
you think
be.
that they go and because Osama bin Laden had a lot of money, right?
Yeah,
The
dude,
idea
he
is-
was just a spoiled little brat.
But do you think that she? I mean, like she didn't see any of that money.
It seems like.
On
loaded.
9/11, she had a penthouse in Manhattan that she had left to go to Geneva for 6 months before she came. So she was in Geneva, away from her penthouse, which was in Manhattan. She watched 9/11 happen in Geneva on the TV, and she said, "Oh, Uncle."
It's almost like she knew it was going to happen ahead of time.
Maybe.
Interesting.
And Osama bin Laden had a penthouse in his apartment as well. The magazine that he was making it crusty. What is wrong with you now? Are you planning something, Henry? I don't know. I actually think you do need to be on some kind of FBI list.
What's thought? Just because I'm thinking crimes doesn't mean that they're crimes. Thought crime is not yet persecutable by the U.S. government.
Not
yet.
yet.
Okay, well, speaking of thought crimes, I think this next video, the energy captured in this video is just delectable. Let's watch this next video here.
I love to learn what the teens like.
If you want to lose weight, if you want to be thinner, if you want to block fat and sugar and be a weight loss winner, cheat and eat is what you do. Cheat and eat, gonna do it for you.
Oh, wow.
You may be in sunny California having your power lunch, but I'm in fabulous New Orleans eating myself silly because I took my cheat and eat. Have you?
Well, Barb,
She's
I'm settling
on
in with a very
speed.
California dish. This is penne pasta with shrimp covered with a beautiful,
Disgusting.
but very,
Look at that
very
fat
fatty
piece of
cream
shit.
sauce. But I'm
Look at
able
that fucking
to
fat
enjoy
piece of
it
shit eat a
guilt-free
meal that looks
because
exactly
I'm
like
using
what
my
I
cheat
eat.
and It's very California.
Yeah, that's what I eat.
In the French Quarter of New Orleans. Where are you?
Barbara, you may be having great Bourbon Street dishes. And
Wait a second, are they on Skype? How are they speaking to each other?
But I'm on my way to the Broadway Bistro in the historic Union Station Hotel in Nashville, Tennessee. The Broadway
It's just a
Bistro
plug
has
for restaurants.
Yeah, it's a plug for restaurants. It's literally just her eat big sloppy po' boys and stuff, and on speed.
I'm going to take it right now.
Look at how big those fucking pills are.
If you want to
enjoy the fried oysters in New Orleans? Go ahead, order them. If you're in Philadelphia, order that Philly cheesesteak. And by all
Yeah,
means,
you
if
fat
you're in
hog.
Memphis, Tennessee, you gotta have ribs, but you also have to have cheat, and eat.
Well, it's
Wait a second. I want to see the haunted carriage drive.
Well, right here on the River Explorer, they serve the most incredible breakfast buffets. You can choose your omelet with your favorite ingredients. Well, okay, you can choose the mushrooms and the green pepper, but with meat, you can also choose the cheese and the sausage and the ham.
Yeah, you have to have cheese on an omelet.
I mean, it's not an omelet. I hate people who don't put cheese in omelet. I don't
And I
understand.
know I can eat it all because I take my cheese.
Feta cheese, pasta.
Oh, all that good
You're
fat stuff.
gonna like it because we're gonna put cream in it. And I can see you got skinny bitch pills, so I'm gonna cover all this shrimp with some chocolate. I know you're gonna like that because you got them skinny ass pills, you thin ass
I've
bitch.
got my cheat meat and a special invitation to visit the bridge of the River Explorer. A floating
I didn't realize this is what Betsy DeVos did before she ruined our education
In the
system.
United States, some of the stuff we have to help us with is high-tech radars, depth sounders. Ooh, high class.
Yeah, right here.
What does this have to do with anything?
When you're looking at radar, you want to get yourself a big old honking po' boy. You want to go get yourself 2 or 3 pizzas. You know, the only way I stay focused after eating 2 or 3 pizzas, trying to keep these planes from colliding. So I get my cheat
Now
meat.
she has a new husband?
Well, Barbara, you may be having dinner with a captain, but I'm having lunch with a colonel.
I'm eating
And
pills in front of a
remember, if you
KFC.
take your cheat meat, you can enjoy your fried chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy, biscuits, and your favorite dessert. Because cheat meat blocks the fat and it blocks sugar.
It's all the
Thousands are
same
losing
woman,
weight.
right?
It doesn't.
No, this is different women.
This is a different woman. The other woman died.
Hold
The
on
other
a
woman
second.
died.
So that was multiple different
Yeah, the
blonde
woman,
women.
the woman that was being taken to dinner by the captain, I'm pretty sure she was murdered. And then Beverly was the lady that was snorting Dexies outside of the KFC.
Who's also just straight. Yeah, she is literally eating horse pills worth of amphetamines in front of a KFC, which
Yeah.
now is heavily frowned upon.
Well,
Well, the
oh.
time was filmed.
Around
Absolutely.
2010, there were a lot of these pills like this and another one called Ally, and then
I took Ally.
yeah,
Ally was totally different.
well, no, so it's like a series of pills that made you shit your guts out.
That was not that kind of pill. That was
Ally,
a speed.
no, Ally.
Ally was, and I will have to say that.
Kissel,
you know,
I
Ally
remember.
worked.
Do
Ally
you
worked.
remember, Travis, during the period of time of the Kissel storylines that had been around there when Kissel was taking the fat pills that made him
Ally.
shit all the liquid
That's-
fat out of his asshole every single time that he ate?
It
Where he'd
wasn't like
shit,
that.
he'd have
I
shit, and then liquid fat would be sitting on top of the shit.
Yeah, I remember
Flush
hearing
it and forget it.
No, that's
Shit it and
unforgivable.
forget it?
It's unforgivable you can't forgive your own asshole if you
No,
look
you
down
can
and see
totally-
a big pile of fat of orange.
Do you have any idea how
goo.
refreshing that is? Sure, it ruins your clogs and ruins your plumbing, but I wasn't crapping at my house. I was out in public.
Well, I watched a video about Ally, and they recommend you wear a diaper during during the use of Ally.
You don't got to recommend it when I'm already wearing one.
Exactly.
Yeah, because some people don't like it when it sounds like you're walking through a bunch of fallen leaves all day. But I do. I like the sound of
That
my diaper
was-
crunching.
It was overblown, by the way, that with the Olean, they're like, oh, it makes you leak out of your butt. It really does not, unless you already have an uncontrollable butt problem.
Kissel, this is not fucking Dr. Phil from 1997. You don't need to defend Oleo. I mean, like, but all of
Ally,
these.
the main ingredient in Ally is Orlistat.
And who doesn't love Orlistat? He was a great pitcher in the
Orlistat,
MLB.
he's
and then
the
he went
only
into the
dude.
drug game.
He's the only pitcher with a negative career stats. Like, he's the only pitcher. Like, I love it, but it's important to have those guys.
A negative
Jim
career stat would actually
Orlistat.
be very good in baseball for a baseball pitcher. Would it be? I actually don't know. I derailed the whole thing. That's what derailed the whole thing after 10 years or 5 years of doing this?
I'll tell him this person is just extremely. It is Belle's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Belle. Hopefully.
Belle.
Also, Basic
you well.
Geek's husband left her or him.
Oh.
So,
Oh, Basic Geek's husband left him, huh?
or he left them. I don't know the pronouns, but I'll say that they left, and I'll say
Was it a her or a him?
I don't know, but I say just fucking get a dildo, name it Samuel, and just drink a bunch of tequila.
Have a little fun with it. And you know what? If your significant other leaves during the pandemic, they were never strong enough to be with you in the first place.
They were never strong enough to fucking handle what it's like because they won't be able to help you through cancer. That's for goddamn certain.
They're going to leave. They can't handle all of this, which is literally just like more TV time with the
hanging out. Just hanging out.
It's just
sitting here reading my Liber Null. Sitting here with. No, I'm just reading it.
Okay, no, but okay. Now this concerns me. You've dyed your hair green. You're reading chaos magic books again.
This is just for educational. I'm just building a thing.
You're building a thing.
Yeah,
what kind of thing are you building? Are you building a ritual? Are you building something that could potentially destroy us all?
No, not financially.
Building.
Are you dating Avril Lavigne?
No, Avril Lavigne won't.
She's married.
She won't respond to my letters.
Yes, Avril Lavigne is very married.
I've sent her
to a very attractive person.
Very, very long letters about how let's make things complicated.
Sure,
but
she
Natalie
doesn't want
won't.
it complicated.
I don't want. I love my wife.
Yeah. Well, she's definitely taking you off the market with that hair, and I think that's the smart thing about women. They get you fat, make you dye your hair. Next thing you know, they leave you because no one else wants you, but they also like that no one else wanted you. Either way, it's going to be your fault.
It's cool. It looks like I used to be like a pop punk guy when I was skinny. You know what I mean? If I now I'm fat, like I'm the fatter version of a person I used to be.
Yeah, you look like you were like the former bass player in MXPX.
Yep. And no, they don't know that I wasn't until I say stuff like, yeah, you wouldn't believe how many frets I traversed.
Dude, I would love to be a bass player so bad, like Chris Novoselic, man. He was the coolest guy from Nirvana. Don't even come at me with that.
He's not anymore now.
Yeah.
Why not?
He got all weird.
He got real weird.
He got real weird.
Yeah, he got real weird. Yeah, unfortunately.
What do you mean he got all weird? What does that even mean?
He went like bad libertarian, and he's doing a whole thing.
Was it a phase, or is he like?
No, he's doing it now. It's like he's at the peak worst right now.
Oh, he's doing peak worst now.
Yeah. He's he's a Q guy.
Oh no!
He failed. He got fallen.
That's the thing.
People are saying they need to get a net for me. I have a wife. Natalie is the net.
Well, that is nothing. No, that is she's gonna be mad about that.
Okay, let's
when the nickname of your wife is the net.
No, that's not her nickname.
Okay.
Her nickname is Sumptuous woman.
Longer name than her name, so that's a strange nickname.
Pay attention to this next video. I think it might be a chaos magic ritual.
So if we talk over, just so I'm clear, if we talk over it, then the video doesn't play sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
So they can't hear, but I thought that was just for us.
No, it is just for us.
Oh, that is just for us.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Woo!
Is this
Hell
Jeffrey
yeah!
Epstein? That is Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh my God, it's Jeffrey Epstein! Oh my God, that's where he made his money. That's what nobody wants to talk about. Is that he's made his money on the juggling circuit?
It's only 3 balls. This is not that impressive. I mean, not that I can do it. This is how you get the 13-year-olds over.
Look at the loneliest man in the world.
Yeah, dude, it's so sad, and no one's really reacting.
I think juggling is, they're all just staring as if they were forced to be there by the state.
Yeah, is this some kind of probation?
Yeah, is this North Korea? Why are they all so standing in awe of him? They're all looking as if they've never.
It looks like there's a lot of children there.
Oh, this is good. This is Good Morning America.
Good Morning America. Yeah, this is almost 9:00 a.m.
Well, this is the day before 9/11.
This is the day before 9/11?
Yes.
This is 9/10/2001? This is the day
This is exactly 24 hours before 9/11.
We were not on our guard. We should have been watching the skies.
No. So we just got a pedophile juggling 3 balls in front of kids, and then the terrorists are planning a massive attack the next morning. Oh my God!
Yeah,
they fell asleep.
Like a chaos magic ritual to keep us looking at the ground.
And 3 balls, 3 towers, right?
3 balls, 3 fucking towers.
Yeah.
What happened to building number 7? I actually do want to know what happened to building number 7. They say the undercurrent is what took it down.
I explained it.
You explained it, Marcus. Yes, you explained it, but then there's a lot of people on YouTube who also explain it. Who to believe? Juggle it up in the air. juggle it up in the air. What is the truth?
I explained it very clearly and concisely what happened to Building 7. But
Yes, indeed. Yep.
Yeah, man, it got sick with COVID-19.
You guys ever notice that nobody that died on 9/11 had COVID-19?
If you thought about that, about how they didn't think about that.
I don't understand, and this is what I said when I was watching 9/11 happen in real time, why they couldn't put down a bunch of blow-up. You got all those inflatable rats all over New York, right? For the scabs. For
the scab union.
Pop those down there. Get trampolines down there. I really don't see how they couldn't have inflated a bunch of stuff. But hey, you know what? That's just me.
Yeah, Ben was the guy going like, Ben was the guy looking at the burning buildings and saying, "Get a hose. We should get a hose over here."
Hey, somebody get some kind of mister over there. Yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah, he needs like Kissel. You were right on it, and you were right.
You can survive a fall like that if you have an inflatable thing. You might not be able to, but either way, I would have gone into the building anyway. Not in the building to be a hero, but if I was in the building, I would not have jumped. I'm too scared of heights. I would have gone in. That would have just been my grave.
Just jump in the fire.
Jump in the fire. Why not? Give it your best shot. I don't think I could have been brave enough to jump.
Do you think that was brave to jump, or is that the ultimate give in? Because in the end, maybe it's more brave. This is sad. I'm not going to blame people who committed suicide.
No, that is the dilemma.
Well, the picture of the falling man, he's supposed to sort of be, an image of noble death, right?
Yeah. Jonathan Safran Foer, remember that book?
Yeah. Because there was going off of that, if you want to get real into it, going off of the 911 calls that we heard just before the building collapsed, it was the heat in the rooms. The heat in the building was so insane, it was like being baked alive, and that's why they jumped.
It might have been the perfect time to spread your mixtape.
Yeah.
Okay.
People finally said straight up, like
that leads me perfectly to my next video. Let's watch these. It's a theme: falling, and maybe surviving.
Yeah, this is called. Yeah, this is my EP called "From the Second Floor of the World Trade Center." I'm totally. Oh!
He ran away.
It's fine. 80 foot.
80 feet. Wow.
That's why the terrorists can't kill cats.
The family says she climbed up that tree because the damn local tree company came and they were right there to help her.
It's a
All right, now we're being pretty rough with the cat after a fell 8 feet. Imagine they did that to the fallen man from fucking building 2.
Climb a mountain, have a rope, have a helmet. Watch this guy. He didn't know what he's doing. Things are starting to go wrong, but does he stop? No, he doesn't stop. They go back up. Look at this. He's in trouble. Where are you going to go? Sideways, up, down.
This is why I'm not doing mountain climbing. Look at Bruce Lee. They killed him.
It killed him. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God.
Can you believe
Does he live?
Watch this.
Now listen.
He goes down and
Travis.
flip and 2 flips and 3 flips.
Who was doing
Why is he doing a commentary? What is this, the fucking...
What is that guy doing?
Olympics?
Wait a second. Okay, hold on. So did the guy live?
Yeah, so at the end he does say, and that guy survived.
Why did that guy make a living of commentating people falling? How is that even possible? This is obviously that was pre 9/11 too.
Yeah, it comes from the Schadenfreude network, where you just like watch people get hit in the nuts and hit by cars and shit. That is sad. Do you hear about the Holocaust survivor who got murdered by a car? The woman. It was a very long. It's a long story, but you gotta be careful out there. That's what that video said to me. You gotta be careful out there.
In LA, a Holocaust survivor got hit by a car?
Yeah. Yep. They should never let him control traffic. He was working as a traffic cop. He's 102.
Definitely too old to
That's
be
not
doing
true.
That.
That is not true. I don't know what he was doing. It's a story. I have to look at this
People
thing.
get hit by cars. It's very unfortunate, though. You never know when
cars.
you're going to go. That's why I wake up every day and I say this could be my last. And then I, and then we go and we just do it. And we go through it. When you go through
Why do you pump a shotgun?
Could be the last day. If you want to destroy the world, you really just have to destroy your own brain, don't you?
Because that's the thing. When you fucking commit suicide, you fucking kill the universe.
All right.
But the next thing you know, your bassist becomes a QAnon member, and it's best if you stay alive.
Know that you should have stayed alive. Seriously, Kurt Cobain.
What would Kurt be doing right now, though? I could see, what if Kurt went full into alt-right territory? He started singing all of his songs for them. Is it possible?
No. God.
I think that he could. I don't think he'd go conservative. I think that we'd see him with Posty. I think he'd be doing production. He might be in the producing world. Okay. He might be a recluse. He might be one of those guys like, what's his, Yusef Mumbeam? What did he change his name to? Cat Stevens?
As long as you're talking about Cat Stevens?
Yeah, he could have done one of those. He could have been a jelly guy.
What's a jelly guy?
Making jelly.
Making jelly?
Yeah, making jelly.
There's not the jelly guy isn't a term. There's not enough people on Earth that make independent jelly to be a jelly guy.
It's a flavor of Pacific Northwest man. I could see him being a jelly guy.
I think he would be like a Green Party politician that went by Curtis Cobain.
He could have gone as Curtis Cobain.
Full circle.
He could have run for the Green Party. I see him at a Kurt Cobain's own. Like, he creates sort of like, that's what I mean by jellies, a simpler life, a newer life, you know what I mean? And every once in a while he'll play acoustic on somebody. Somebody will dig him up, you know what I mean? Like an Ariana Grande or something will say something like, I want something classic. And then have him go like, hey, wait, like on a thing about her talking about what it's like to wait at the bus stop or something. She does something like, she's like 9 years old, right? She's like a child.
I do not understand how anyone. I mean, I had no fault of her own, but yes.
Well, what was that?
The
Billy Idol PSA in New York. Billy.
Stop idling.
Stop idling. Billy doesn't idle.
Billy doesn't idle. Yeah.
That's huge.
He may have embarrassed himself quite a bit.
Yeah, you got to Cobain your veins. It's all about getting rid of spider veins for women, varicose veins. You get him deep into the varicose vein movement.
But you know what? People need to sample his music more. I wonder if there's a lot of rules about that where they. But they really should, because I don't think there's a generation that doesn't really know Nirvana.
I think that they do know Nirvana very well.
Yeah, they know Nirvana in the same way that we knew Led Zeppelin. It's the same thing.
Led Zeppelin had there was a shark incident.
Okay, well, the next video, the theme is child safety. Now, this is
this the one that's going to end the stream?
No, this is
going to be a Travis. Is this another Travis special?
No, this is just.
What happened to your dark?
If you notice, I'm only using clips from the news. This is all.
This is the news. Very dark news source that the Maury Povich show.
Okay, so the theme is, it's two videos, and the theme is child safety. Let's.
According to Forbidden S'mores, the Old Town Road guy sampled Nirvana, so it's already happening.
Oh,
and
Old Town Road.
Lil Nas.
I love Lil Nas.
But the symptoms wouldn't go away, and in January, a letter from Duke arrived with stunning news.
This is
the surgical
fluids.
instruments used in her surgery had been washed in hydraulic fluid instead of detergent. How could that happen? It turns out elevator repairmen had drained hydraulic fluid from the elevator into empty surgical detergent containers, which accidentally got recycled. Even though doctors complained their instruments had a slippery yellow film on them, 3,800 patients were operated on before the hospital discovered what had happened.
There are 35 calories in 1 teaspoon of ejaculate, and that is all
going on?
guys ejaculate normally. 1 teaspoon. I know, it feels like a bucket sometimes, but it's 1 teaspoon. And, it just goes straight through.
So that was actually, the theme was fluids on that one.
The theme was fluid. These elevator repairmen.
That was a fluid theme.
So the elevator repairmen, just any bucket will do? They just started draining stuff into buckets? Don't they bring their own buckets when it comes to all this hydraulic fuel?
No, hospitals are aplenty with buckets.
Yeah, but
there's buckets everywhere.
Inside of people have stuff that is going to go inside of a person.
Yeah, but then the buckets. There's buckets full of instruments, and there's buckets full of liquids that you need. There's buckets full of cum just in case you want to get a cum gut. Because apparently, if it's 35 calories per shot,
That's quite a bit.
That's actually a surprising amount. That's a surprising amount, because even one of those little Rochers, that's 50 calories right there.
Do you think because I drink
This is
Bud
not
Light,
what I didn't mean to do this. What?
Is there a way to get
Rochers.
less calories? You can have low-calorie sperm. Because I drink the Bud Lights, is there something that you can eat to low-calorie your sperm, and then you could use that as sort of a marketing method as well? Just be like, I got low-cal cum. Would that work? Because I know there's a big market out there for dietary things.
Huh. A cup of cum is the exact same calorie count as a pretzel rod.
Well, this is why you shouldn't eat either.
This is why I love scientists, because they sat around trying to figure out what is the exact thing we're going to compare this cup full of cum to.
And scientists love pretzel rods. It's just exciting enough to think you're having a snack, but boring enough to still feel like you're a scientist.
Or a teaspoon of almond butter. Or 1 slice of fat-free American cheese. Or a fucking cup full of cum.
Yeah, that's actually why I actually don't like that metric. I think it's cummist. The cheese is the same as the cum. The cum is not the same
according
as the cheese.
Bommy Bomb says here says I would rather have the pretzel rod.
Yeah. No kidding. You and me both.
As would I.
Some people love buckets of it. I'm not going to try the Semen X because I'm afraid of it. I don't want that. I don't want to unchain that power. Natalie's asked me to remove it from our dining room table.
Yeah, get rid of
on
it.
display.
Once again, Natalie, get the net. Gene is once again correct. Get the net. Remove the Semen X from your table. That's not a bunch of flowers. Your wife is just looking at pills that may or may not murder her husband.
I just don't need my cums to get any bigger, but especially if it's that amount of calories.
Well, with more cum, I would assume, does it really increase? I don't know.
Let's go to the board.
Let's go to the board.
Okay, we got to stop talking about cum because the next video is child safety. That's the theme.
Well, if
I'm scared.
Be very careful.
Violently shaking their 5-month-old daughter. Investigators say it could have resulted in brain damage. The baby was okay. A 3.5-year-old with cerebral palsy was tossed around like a rag doll before being thrown onto the sofa by this nanny in Louisiana. An 8-month-old in Chicago was slapped repeatedly by his caretaker while he remained strapped in his chair.
Jesus Christ.
And in Texas, this nanny used obscenities and her hand to punish the child she was
Travis.
I only watch
this.
Travis, that was horrible. That's child abuse. It's not a and then we have the pills. The children are not all right.
Okay, well that was the news.
That was the news.
That was the news. I know that's the news. There's child abuse is.
Now what's this guy doing?
That calls for a no puedo.
No, this is just.
Oh my goodness! I understand that this is the news, Travis, but this is also why we've openly mocked the news for our entire career because it's bad. It's bad news.
Ben, do not conflate visibility with value.
All of this is hard because it's when you flop a baby anywhere, people get mad because I don't understand. Because I'm scared of children. I don't touch a child.
Babies will mess you up, dude. Babies will mess you up. But that's good. This is why I'm not pro surveillance state. But when it comes to your own house, nanny cam, all those dolls, they're watching you.
No, I think it's important to watch every single thing that happens inside of your home. I think you have to.
No,
maybe I can bring up the mood after all this child abuse thing with a little bit of ocarina music.
Oh my God, this is worse than child abuse.
Let's hear it.
If you were a child, I'd beat the shit out of you.
What is the sound? But there's not.
It's the sound of being forlorn because your princess has been kidnapped.
It's an ocarina.
Yeah, but what's the point now? In what celebration? In what culture would that be like? Get the ocarina. We're having a heck of a time out here.
No one has ever said, get the ocarina. We're about to kick you to the next level. Unless you're supposed to, but you're supposed to use the, can you play the ocarina to ocarina?
Can you play it? Solo contemplation.
Oh, so it's not for other people.
No. This is not, we're not supposed to be seeing this.
It's like for a guy who's taken a vow of silence.
But that's not silence.
And then he does this.
But you can't do that.
And it's like, you're cheating. You're cheating. You should not be making noise.
It's just enough to make all of the dogs listening commit suicide. That's the problem. It's just.
Can you play the tune from Zelda?
No.
It's the only song. It's the only song that is like on the Ocarina playbook.
That's the only thing that you can play. What else are you gonna do? I guess you could do the Star Wars theme.
Henry, Zelda is the name of the princess, not the name of the main character.
Yeah, I fucking know that.
Okay.
I didn't fucking learn anything from what you just said.
Did you know Tuesday's Gone, the Leonard Skinner song, is actually about a person named Tuesday?
It's about a woman.
It's about a girl. Yes, indeed.
I like Leonard Skinner. I don't appreciate all their flags, but sometimes you just got to. Mr. Saturday Night Special is such a good-ass song, man. Every once in a while I put it on, I just go.
They died in a plane, my friend.
They died in a plane. They died in a damn plane.
Give me 3 steps. That smell. All Leonard Skinner songs.
Yes, indeed. Those are Leonard Skinner songs. They did have a very big Confederate flag, though, didn't they?
Very large.
Yeah, it was kind of their main thing.
It was
Kind
a
of their main
thing.
I wonder if they would still do it now. Well, I guess they still are, but that's once Van Zandt died. That's Skinner.
They pulled it down. I think now it's way more. They have like one of those coexist flags.
Maybe. That's cool.
Guys, what are the 3 most important aspects of being a person?
Alacrity,
water.
being, you're just saying things that we need.
Well, that would be the most. You don't think that water is the most important thing to be a person?
This is a Rorschach test.
Communion.
Yep.
Acceptance.
Yep.
Jurisprudence.
So you just want so everyone is dying of starvation and dehydration, but everyone's together. So you just want Heaven's Gate.
I don't want Heaven's Gate. Heaven's Gate's the least interesting cult I've ever been around. I mean, in terms of me personally joining it.
I would say I have you with human interaction, food, and water. Those are the 3 most important.
Wrong. The successful building blocks.
Okay.
Well, Marcus, do you have 3?
Go ahead, Travis.
The 3 most successful building blocks of being a person: passion, profit, and power.
I love Triple P. Triple P.
Triple P.
Imagine being able to overcome your limitations, to
That's all I
believe
do.
in newfound powers and abilities, and to use those skills to create the life of your dreams.
I'm with you.
Imagine being able to duplicate the mind,
do this at home.
body, and emotions
It's
of
heavily
masters
trained. It's not
to be
about
able
the
to
mental
recreate
thing.
their
It's
excellence in your own life.
Yes.
Imagine being able to face your
gonna
greatest
kill this
fears and
woman.
move through
She's
them.
loving it. Set her on fire.
Imagine
He's gonna kill her.
controlling your
Set her-
body's
Oh my God.
physical performance to support the weight of a 190-pound man on your abdomen while you're
Look at that
stretched
plank.
between 2
You remember that
supports.
from 2003?
But
The
that's
things you're
like-
about to see and learn will astound you. Don't try any of them at home because they're very real and extremely dangerous.
Then why am I watching this?
Do you remember in the Star Wars trilogy where Obi-Wan Kenobi was talking to the stormtroopers and he said, "These are not the droids you're looking for"? And the stormtroopers said, "Oh, recently I was with my
It was the
nephew
Jedi mind
and he was
trick.
arguing with
That's
his mother,
not the
my
Jedi
sister,
mind trick. It
because
was
he didn't
written
want to
into
eat
a
his
script.
peas.
He's
I
gonna
said to
teach us
him,
how
of
to
course
do
you
'em."
can't now eat your peas. You're not old enough."
This man has been
Refreshing.
accused of spousal abuse by
Whoa, you can
Exhilarating.
actually see the glass of water if you look real hard.
Cheers.
Oh, there it is.
I trust the ShamWow guy over this guy.
I don't know much about computers. Only what I need to know to use them.
Yep.
You feel fantastic. Since this
No, I don't.
technology is so powerful, I trust that you'll use discretion and use it only in a win-win negotiation. I'm Marshall Silver. Have a fantastic day.
Whoa, with the wink.
Wow.
You trying to have sex with me?
He is, as far as like slick snake oil salesman, he's got the look.
He does have the look.
This is Matthew Silver. Is he
Matthew
still
Silver.
alive or is he dead?
He might be plugging Alpha Brain, the Joe Rogan product that he seems to love.
There's a Matthew Silver that is the owner of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
I don't think that guy owns
I don't
the
think
hockey
that's
team.
him. I
Oh,
don't think that's him.
he's actually successful.
Matthew Silver is the legendary New York City street performer. The guy, he's not the free hugs guy. He's the other guy who's super into positive energy. I've seen him
Okay.
around.
Yeah.
This is his name's Marshall Silver, and he calls himself the millionaire maker these days.
But he's not a millionaire himself. Is he a millionaire? There's no way
He
that
doesn't
man-
need to have his own money. He helps other people make their money. He's got
How
a
would
picture
you
next to
try-
Richard Branson.
How would I? Richard Branson has billions of dollars, so I can
He's
listen
got a
to him.
picture right next to him. He's the world's fastest hypnotist.
First of all, that's not even. Who cares if you're the world's fastest hypnotist? That's not even the proper. That's not the process that I would. I want to go through a spiritual process of hypnotism.
Well, wait till you be the world's slowest hypnotist, and then you'll be fucking begging for the world's fastest hypnotist.
That's the whole point.
I don't know, man. Howard Stern says he's the greatest hypnotist he's ever seen.
That's a huge for Howard Stern. He sees
Stern-
3 a week.
Yeah, he probably does, and he knows people who can fart on command.
Under education, he just went to Kearney Senior High School.
The CUNY schools? Well, that's not bad.
Whoa, his original name is Silverstruck. So it's like Polish. He changed his fucking name. I guess
I
it's the
just
first
love.
step.
It is amazing.
My first manager said that I should change my name because he said Zebrowski was too ethnic for me to work.
Yeah, that was the problem. Zebrowski is a great last name. But you know what? The best last name, Parks, Marcus Parks. You got the best last name going, buddy.
My last name is Morningstar.
Yeah, but
that's
I'm
a
saying
great name.
but you want common last names so then you can sneak in and then people don't know how weird you are until far too late. And they're really tied to you.
So he has silver.com. There's another picture of him with Richard Branson. That's incredible.
But he doesn't know Richard Branson. That's the thing with billionaires. If I was a billionaire, no photos, because people are just going to exploit it, and then they're going to be like, I know Richard Branson. I guarantee you Richard Branson doesn't know this guy.
He's selling weight loss coffee.
That's just called coffee.
It's certain coffee is what it's called. And then you click join now, and it takes you to Valentis, which is Marshall Silver's website. And it's just coffee that makes you lose weight.
It
has cocayo in it. It's got space mail-in.
If you want to have fun, go to the Alpha Brain Instagram page. I believe they've had to delete comments, or they've just gotten rid of them entirely, because that product doesn't work. It's just speed. So maybe we shouldn't listen to Joe Rogan when it comes to daily supplements, because perhaps he's full of bullshit.
Well, Joe Rogan's got his own fucking private chef and his own gym, and he's got his own shit. He doesn't need supplements. If he says he's got supplements, then it doesn't too late because he's already done it.
Yeah. I don't know, Ben. I mean, when I type in Alpha Brain into Google and the people also ask, is Alpha Brain legit? It does say, in general, Alpha Brain is considered safe.
Well, because it does nothing.
Wow.
It's just powder. It's just bullshit.
No, it does do something. It's going to give you kidney stones. It's going to make you murder your family. Alpha Brain is very dangerous. You can't just be taking all this brain stuff. What did we learn from our ice pick episode? The lobotomy. It's just a pill version of the lobotomy.
I was looking into some of the brain enhancement pills because I wanted to take it to make my brain grow faster, more stronger. Like I want some of that Abilify, like the stuff that Hillary Clinton made her cough, made her physically weak, whatever it was that did. I want some of the stuff that she uses that gets you all geared up.
Hillary Clinton's married to a pedophile and her political career is over. Why do you want what she uses now?
It helps her see past all that and get what she's really into, which is knitting and crafting and thinking thinking about her list of people that have to go.
Oh my goodness! Imagine that.
I'm really nostalgic for when we loved Bill Clinton. So let's go back to when Bill Clinton was like a Bart Simpson type.
I remember
when we loved him.
Uh-oh. I'm not going to victim blame here, but what child wishes to go see Bill Clinton in the White House?
Oh my God, she's so lazy. Not even walking in there.
She is disabled.
It's really oval, isn't it? Can I touch
Don't go near that.
I think that would be all right.
It's
what's this box of cigars?
It's just don't even go near there. I would rather look at a teenager's room on Room Raiders. The amount of cum on those curtains.
Could I talk to both of you for just a minute?
Sure. Right to the
John Ritter.
Right to the fucking wolf's den. Oh yeah. That's exactly where she'd be. Yeah, leave the
Never leave a child.
girl alone.
Never leave a child
in the Oval Office. That is a scary. That is the worst
What are
place for
you
a child to be. Never leave a child inside the Oval Office. Oh my God, she must be so tired.
My girl. Is this the girl? Is that's
Anna Chumsley? Yeah.
Oh,
Anna Chumsley.
Chumsley.
Get out of the Oval Office.
Great and Beef.
Selena's not there yet. Beef, great show, best show of all time. Selena Myers.
I'd love for her to push the button, then she.
Is that really Bill? No,
he's really gripping that woman tight.
They said I had a very
his big
important
wife.
meeting in the Oval Office. Hello, Miss
He's
Eve.
meeting an actress
Really?
who's being crippled.
He's like, I know you these cameras were here. I know you're not really.
I didn't expect you to come.
I wouldn't have missed it.
Ever been on a private plane?
I understand you haven't been feeling too well.
Oh, no, but I'm feeling a lot better right now.
You know, Missy, I've had all kinds of people in this room. I've had prime ministers, presidents, even kings. But I've never been more pleased to receive anyone than you. I'm glad you came.
Are you sure about that, buddy?
This is Monica, my assistant.
An honor.
Yep, she's the president's assistant.
And a privilege to meet you, sir.
Oh, Missy, the honor is all mine.
You are just. You just know as soon as she leaves, everyone comes out from underneath the carpet.
I did one good thing.
Party.
I did one good thing. Now it's time to traffic in more CIA cocaine.
Yeah, what was the good thing? I don't even know what the good thing he did. Wow, look
He
at
didn't
that.
just immediately attack the girl sitting in the chair.
That is true.
He'd be like, don't bring this weak woman in this office. This is an office of strength.
You know, it is strange. As he gets older, he's getting more of a dick nose.
Yeah.
When he's got the bulbs on the side, but the middle is staying there. He's getting a real cock nose.
Yeah, he really is.
That girl's
Why
dead
was
now.
the president in a TV movie in 1997?
Apparently he had the fucking afternoon off.
I mean, impeachment. We got to get him. We got to get him some positive press. That was some good PR right there.
I will say I encountered Pauly Shore this weekend, and we had a similar interaction where I said, it's been an honor and a privilege to meet you, sir.
Did you show up in a wheelchair?
I encountered Pauly Shore at a coffee shop.
Yeah. The only way to approach a celebrity is that if you could do it in a wheelchair, because then they have to engage with you. If you show up and go like, Mr. Musk, I just want to say, I'm so appreciative of the love that you show Grimes every day on Twitter, and I sure hope I could be the first sick boy on the moon.
Well, we can get you to the moon. We can get you to the moon, buddy.
Yeah, I
You're
heard
coming
the
back.
doctor said that there ain't no bone cancer on the moon, Mr. Musk. Is that true?
I do wonder if there's lung cancer on the moon. I bet you it's limited.
Mr. Musk, I sure hope that you'd send me to the moon then, because all the different types of cancers I got inside me, all they're starting to compete.
The cancers are competing.
They're all trying to kill me worse.
Well, I say just go with the one that's the nicest to you.
Oh, Mr. Musk, you've been such an inspiration. I hope that you dig another tunnel underneath Los Angeles for no reason.
Seriously. I agree with that. Elon Musk, if he can get that damn tunnel, I don't care how many kids he sends to the moon. If he can get that tunnel underneath these highways here, I'm California, Ben. I've been here for a month.
Well, Henry,
What's the tunnel? He has a tunnel idea to go underneath the ground, and then it shoots cars like they're little guns.
Well, the goal was to he was trying to eliminate traffic. It's another one idea that he half did. So he just dug the tunnel.
Full idea, eliminate traffic.
Do one full idea, Elon Musk. Do one
what are you
full idea.
Circulating,
He is doing
the atmosphere now.
Is doing his best to make sure that company tanks so that a bunch of people have a bunch of useless cars with proprietary batteries that nobody can fix.
Sounds like you got Joker brain, my friend.
I wish that you just did one thing.
He's married to Grimes. He's having sex with Grimes. And
I don't think he's married to Grimes.
Didn't they just send someone to space and bring them back like 2 days ago?
There was a spaceship that went up and then a spaceship come down. That was
He's not even a part of that company anymore. They made him leave because he was embarrassing everybody.
No, he's still a part of the company, though. He just can't talk about it. He still gets money from them. He invented all of that.
No, but he did do the rocket that can park and land, but he only did it the one time.
How many times does he need to do it, Henry?
5.
Well, he can do it 5. I go back and forth with Elon because, man, that guy is just the kind of crazy that maybe we need right now. And when he and Kanye run this country, then, hey, you look out. You look out then.
I will be looking out.
Yeah, constantly.
Upon America as the infrastructure fails.
Well, don't worry about it. Kanye is a little Thomas Eagleton. He is currently in a mental health facility because running for office is hard. He had that experience doing that.
Okay, well, let's move to this next video, and I'm glad, Henry, you did that little character because I don't feel as bad about playing this video. Now, please be quiet.
It's going to be a worse video than you've already showed.
Please
Travis.
be quiet. It's 60 seconds, and it is important. It's a document of behavior.
I don't want to watch kids get
Locked
beat up.
behind this fence for her protection, Mirabelle
I've seen
throws
this,
herself into a frenzy when she can't get to an ice cream
She wants that ice cream.
truck. It's more
I get
like
this kid.
torture.
I understand.
She is desperate for ice cream. And not getting any this time sets off a rage.
Stop filming the kid and obviously get them the mental.
It's uncontrollable. It really overtakes her.
Jesus Christ. Get her some ice cream.
Now watch
Get her some ice cream.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
The end of the world to her. It's like she can't get this, and she needs it.
That's some nice stained glass on that. She better watch that.
Now here she goes out in the world.
In a public park, she wanders off to a hot dog stand, and when she thinks no one is looking, starts begging from strangers.
Yeah, buy me a hot dog, please. Yeah, buy me a hot dog, please.
This is literally you in a wig.
Buy me one hot dog, please.
This is what I'm gonna
I'm so hungry.
This is what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start doing it.
You know what? I am pro that little girl. Her parents said no ice cream. She said, you know what? I'm an entrepreneur. I mean, at this point, she doesn't really know how she doesn't have anything to sell. But she went out there and she's looking for a hot dog. And I give her some credit. That was also exercise.
So you consider beggars to be entrepreneurs?
I consider her to be getting exercise, and it was definitely better for her not to be given ice cream. She must find a hot dog on her own. I don't want to know the next scene in this movie, but I hope she got a hot dog.
It's just me with the costume designer from The Impossibles, so the Incredibles, like wig on, like that thing is going up to people that be like, "Hey, mister, hey, I'm helping Noel. She's sitting there by the hot dog stand. I was feeling quite a coincidence here. Can you buy me a hot dog, huh? Because if not, I'm going to take it out."
I'd buy you a hot dog.
Buy me a hot dog!
Threaten to take out your ding-dong. I'm buying you that hot dog. I just bought somebody recently a hot dog here on the street, as a matter of fact, right over here near our recording studio. I've been slinging. I'm making friends with the let's just call them less fortunate, although he does seem to be quite fortunate because he had a better phone than me. After I gave him money, he took out a phone that was definitely better than mine.
Oh, yes, yeah. Marissa, 8829 just brought up you going, "You want a hot dog?"
Oh, my God. And they say that I'm not the impressionist on the show. You want a hot dog?
That's perfectly done.
Yeah. Well, let's do it. Let's do all of them.
Oh, do I still have snot on my mouth? You
Madam-
guys didn't see that snot rocket I, shot out of me, and I can't see it. People say I still have snot on my...
I don't know, Henry. This is a stream that's going to live forever, and you're doing snot rocket stuff.
Yeah, it's almost like this is the most important art we'll ever fucking create.
Yeah.
Okay, for this next video...
Now, give me Ben. Give me the Madam Cleo.
Call me now.
David for SNL.
I know. Honestly,
they're coming back.
SNL. I watched SNL recently. They're doing it via Zoom.
Oh.
Yeah. It's almost like it takes them 2 weeks and a team of 30 people to write 6 sketches that are barely work on Zoom.
Well, this next video is very relatable. That's all I'll say. Okay.
Honey,
Yes,
will you wipe the table, please?
sure.
John and I have been married
Jeez.
just over a year. How are you going to wipe a table with this little, it's not even wet?
Oh, my
I want to
goodness.
modify John's behavior and change everything about him.
Marriage is fun.
Just right.
This is what marriage is about.
You got to take everything off the table.
I know I'm controlled, and sometimes it's overwhelming.
You have to do it nice.
Just fine. And
I'm going to die.
This is a husband who was invented by, this is Dr. Kuckenstein's monster.
I'm being nice.
John accepts me and wishes that I would accept him. And I told him, but I don't have a bunch of bad habits.
I feel I'm good enough.
Oh, my God, I'm going to die.
I knew right
She's
away
Lori
that I
Vallow.
had to change his hair. I couldn't believe that at his age, he was walking around in public with his hair parted down the middle.
It looks
I
fine.
made him get his
It looks fine. It's
wisdom
fine. It's cool.
teeth removed. I make him wear whatever I think he's going to look the best in.
Oh, my. This is
I made him get some age
another
spots
form
removed
of
on his
abuse.
face.
I like that shirt
I
he's
would
got.
like John to undergo laser surgery to remove his crow's feet. I don't
Oh,
let John
my
drink
goodness.
more than 2 cans of soda in a day. No.
She's trying to help him.
You had your
I'm gonna
limit today.
die.
You drink water.
I am so
Honey,
upset.
I want a root beer.
You've had enough. Give me that. You have had enough soda today. Don't start fighting with me.
Oh,
I need
it's
to
getting
do
him hard.
anything and everything
He
she
likes
tells
this.
me to
There's
do.
some
I have to
diaper baby
totally
stuff going on here.
surrender any stand I have and allow her to win.
I have a bunch of rules for John to follow. So right after we got married, I started a notebook for him to reference.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
The most
right
important
after you got
rule in
married.
the
That's
notebook
great.
Is to brush your teeth before you go to bed, especially if he wants sex.
I think the Notebook is out of line.
I hate
The way he holds his
I
fork
upset.
makes it hard for me to
I
digest
just
my
don't think
meat.
she likes
It
him.
irritates the living crap out of me. I want you to
You
stop
don't
holding
enjoy
your
the
fork
man.
like that.
Looks like a
Why
good
are
steak,
you 40
though,
years old
honestly.
and you hold your fork like this?
Leave
I
him
keep a
alone.
calendar on the bedroom wall to keep track of John's behavior. The calendar
Wow.
helps
I
keep
have
John
PTSD.
This is
I
a
just have
sexual.
PTSD from this stuff.
This is sexual.
Also, this is the year 2000. Oprah, a terror attack is about to destroy our country. Oprah.
Stop! You
I
help!
think
Look at the
John has
skies.
excellent potential, and all I want to do is bring out the best in him.
Oh my
I
God,
tell
I'm gonna die.
John if he wants to have kids with me, he needs to fix all of his flaws.
Get
first.
out of there!
Why go away
Run,
now.
John!
I
Are they still married?
I was with this girl in 2005, 2006. She used to do the same thing. She's like, I hate the way you hold a fork. why do you hold a fork like that? You hold it like a child.
Marcus,
it's a fork.
To her credit, you do hold the fork like Tiny from House of a Thousand Corpses. You kind of got it. I don't know. I can't even like. You do put it in a weird spot.
I truly do.
But I don't agree with her. I don't agree with
someone
that.
just brought up, Brett8589 brought up a good point. Yeah, this was on fucking Oprah. That's
what I said.
Oprah had like Deepak Chopra and shit on it. Like,
this is like normal.
But no, Oprah's show is sick. Like,
It was
if you look
sick.
back at her catalog, it's the sickest shit I've ever seen in my life.
All I remember is when she brought out all of her fat on a wagon wheel, and she was like, "This is 75 pounds of fat,"
And everyone's just like,
"There's a lot of fat.
I want to eat it."
Well, they documented the death of this woman who like would not eat, and they like kept weekly updates, and then they gave a eulogy. Like, they just documented this woman's death, and I wasn't gonna play that, but I was gonna like.
Oh, you weren't gonna play that?
That's too
lowbrow.
I was gonna show a little bit of it, but
That's so much better than children.
Oprah is a fucking sicko.
She is.
My only question is that this is for the audience. It just comes down to it, because I am never one of those. I've never been one of those that like my love language is bickering. Like, you know, like some people, like their relationship thing that they like with each other is that they bicker a lot and they fight. I know, I'm sorry, but it's like the idea of them saying this idea of like they like the fight part of it.
No, but that was not that.
I know, but it's weird how like it can stem from that. Like this, like you can't not stand the person that you're going to marry. I think that it's really important that if you want to get married, you should like 70% like the person.
I would think 70%. I thought the whole thing was 100%.
No, I think 70% is more reasonable.
70%. I mean, like you
because if you think 100%,
I would 100% love Puffin.
Yeah, but that's Puffin.
Yeah, but Puffer's not having sex with you.
I 100% love Georgie.
Puffin doesn't even cuddle me.
But the thing is, when it comes down to
now, I'm actually mad at Puffin.
You can't control the other person. You can't control their behavior, and you can't expect to get into a marriage and then change what they do. So you have to understand there's going to be certain things that are going to annoy you about another individual on some level, but you have to not have disdain for that person because of something.
But as
something
of last year,
dumb.
that couple, that marriage has
They're still
lasting.
together.
Yeah. They've been together for what, 20 years?
Now, to be fair, they were also acting. I don't know if they're really that bad.
I don't know. That root beer, the way she talked about him having too many sodas in one day, like all of her complaints, that was ringing true for a relationship that I was in exactly like that. Why are you having another Dr. Pepper? You already had 2 Dr. Peppers today. Why do you drink so many sodas?
The producer just judged up what was already there. You know, it wasn't.
Oh yeah,
it was acting, but
the level of attention that she's putting on his life, how much she's watching him, is very
scary.
Like, that's very scary.
That's very abusive relationship.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is indeed. Leave a man alone. I would say switch to diet soda, though.
Honestly, you should.
He's in good shape, though. He looked to be in good shape.
Soda's bad. You should stick to once or twice a month if you're going to have soda. It's bad. It hurts. It hurts your whole body.
But, I mean, she was also feeding him what seems to be nothing but steak, which is what killed John Wayne. So you also need to diversify the food.
No, what killed John Wayne was the atomic tests in the 50s and all of the residual radiation that was left over on the sets they were filming in, and that's what advanced all of their cancers, and it killed a whole bunch of people.
Well, I think it was his hatred. It was his hatred for everyone other than John Wayne.
Yes,
John Wayne,
that
very
didn't
bigoted
help.
Man.
It does not help.
No.
Okay, we got to end this episode with a dance party.
Oh, is this TikTok?
Yeah! Oh, is this TikTokers doing Charles Manson?
I'm going to have a stroke. I know that.
Like a random man on fire.
Good move. I do miss raves. I mean, I never went to one, but I
never went to one, but I miss the idea of raves.
Yeah. You fit right in here, Henry.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Flavor Zebrowski.
I need to get one of those, like, the candy necklaces. That is like wet from me sucking on it all night.
Help yourselves, everyone.
Hail Satan, bye. We did it again, another week. Successful. Best show. This is the best show you'll ever see. This is as good as comedy gets.